are live, all the way live. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. I'm looking good, feeling good, loving life. I hope that you can say the same tonight. We got a lot going on. But before we jump into that, hey, we're back to it, Jimmy.
We are.
Back on Facebook, back on YouTube, both at the same time. I see both of our feeds going right now. We got a lot going on here tonight. But before we get into that, let's take a second right now, if you haven't done it already. Give the video a share, whether you're watching on Facebook, whether you're watching on YouTube. We don't care. Give it a share. Next thing we need you to do, either feed, boom, give it a thumbs up. The other thing, if you're watching on YouTube right now, which is, of course, our favorite platform for you to stream it from, but Facebook is fine too, make sure you're giving us a follow. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Even if you're watching on Facebook, later on tonight, go over and subscribe on YouTube. So tonight we got a lot going on. Let's talk about some of the things. This is chapter 149. I know the graphic said 148. That was wrong. Some idiot made that graphic and didn't know what he was doing. It's chapter 149. Tonight we have interviews with the champion, Gorgeous Gregory, the tag team champions, the Ride Boys, Lucio DeVere, Ross and Son, Jimmy the Hippie, the Alpha, Rick Matthews, Malachi Gage, Coach Lance Payne, and much, much more. Then later on tonight, we are going to announce our next Fan of the Week, man. I love it. It's one of my favorite new segments that we're doing here. We have a brand new Fan of the Week. We have a lot of submissions for that already. And if we haven't got to you yet, don't worry about it. We got a full list. We're going to get to everybody. They've come in fast and furious, though, and we want to get through everybody as quickly as we can. And then in our main event here tonight, we're going to check out the last 3 minutes of Du Bois Days from last Saturday night. Oh, my God. We're going to talk about Du Bois throughout the evening here. Incredible atmosphere. Largest crowd to ever see an Imagine Wrestling show. We estimate between 1,000 and 1,200 people were there to see the final show on Saturday night.
Absolutely, and it was electric the entire time. You'll see more about that soon.
Tonight, in the main event, though, the brand new Imagine Live champion, that is the Great Neighbor, James Ross, in his first title defense, will be going one-on-one with a former champion, the Rocker, Chris Sands, your boy there. Let's talk about where we're headed this Saturday night. It is going to be a show not to miss. We are going to be in Sykesville at the Sykesville Ag and Youth Fair. That's right up there in Sykesville. You can find out all the information on all of our social media pages. You can find it on our website. You can pre-buy tickets at the Sykesville Ag and Youth Fair website. And that's going to be this Saturday, June 24th. Our special guest, former WWE superstar James Ellsworth, will be there. Plus, we'll be back in Altoona, and this is a big one. This is the one everybody's talking about. It's going to be July 1st, back at the Juniata Civic Center, and that's going to be the Rail City Rumble. Winner of that match is going to be named the new #1 contender and will receive a heavyweight title shot in August in Altoona. So that is going to be a big one. We would not want to go any further without taking a minute to talk about our sponsors. They are sponsoring us in Sykesville. They are sponsoring us in Altoona. That, of course, is Renewal by Anderson and our friend DC Bentley. They want you to call him for purposes of Renewal by Anderson, Jordan Treese, but he's our DC Bentley. If you're looking for our high-quality windows and or patio door home investment options within your budget, contact Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. You can see the number right there. You won't lose it. We'll bring it up a little later on as well. You can visit their showroom over on Municipal Drive in Duncansville. But most importantly, ask for Jordan when you call that number. Don't forget to ask about their monthly promotion. This is a good man. I've known him for 20 years now. He's a good man, and he will take care of you and help you with all your needs there. Tell you what, man, I originally had slated this for later in the show, but I really don't want to wait any longer. I really want people to see this atmosphere and this scene from Du Bois. So I think we're going to play that right off the bat here, and then we'll come back with a few interviews after that. But you got to stay here right now. You got to see this.
Climbing! We're going to see the Super Double Dare! Super Double Dare! The Rad Boys are going to win it! Do it! 1, 2, 3! The Rad Boys win! The Rad Boys are 3-time champions!
Was I lying? What an incredible atmosphere. DuBois, you were amazing. We can't wait to be back up in the same area when we get there in Sykesville this Saturday night. You're not going to want to miss it. Another great show coming your way. Be a little bit till we come back, so you don't want to miss Sykesville. Let's go ahead and bring in a guy right now who had quite an eventful weekend up in the DuBois area. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Hey, big weekend last weekend.
Yeah, it was a big weekend. We did exactly what we said we did, and we beat the Rad Boys. We became the new Imagine Tag Team Champions. But as usual, Imagine wants to play favorites with them. We barely had a chance to take a break. Just a few hours later, we had to defend our titles. They automatically get a rematch. On top of that, it wasn't only 2 of them that beat us. The whole DuBois Community Days, the whole festival, I seen them helping. I seen them cheating. So it wasn't even 2 versus 2. It was like 1,002 versus 2. There was at least 1,000 of them grabbing their hands, helping them do whatever they could. And then Imagine they let it slide. They let it do whatever. But tonight, me and Eric Enders, me and Eric Enders, we're going to get a rematch for the tag team titles, and we're going to be the new Imagine Tag Team.
Oh, you're cashing in your rematch clause tonight?
Right now, me and Eric Enders.
Eric Enders didn't come tonight.
Wait, what do you...
Yeah, we got a message earlier. He wasn't.
What do you mean? Where is he? He's going to let me down again? You know, maybe if he had been in the ring to begin with, maybe we wouldn't even lost the titles. It was 2-on-1. I didn't see him there, and now I don't get a chance right now. Where is he? Rad Boys, as soon as Eric's here, me and him rematch against you, and we'll be the Imagine Tag Team Champions again.
Yeah, he's not coming tonight. I'm not sure what the story is. Something to do with your pointy head annoying him. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and bring in at this time. Somebody's handwriting's awful. What did that say? Oh, I wish I couldn't read it. Good grief. Come on in, guys. It's Ross and Son with the Coach Lance Payne. You got a sweater. It's 90 degrees in here, and you're wearing a couple of sweaters.
7,863. That's the population of Dubois. Dubois.
Capital B in there.
And over the course of 2 days, each and every one of those people got to see greatness with the Ross family. First, it was with me beating Jimmy the Hippie. As a matter of fact, if you get on the Imagine social media, that's the picture you'll see. But tonight, I don't want to talk about me. I'm going to take my sweater off. I'm going to do something.
What a fancy little tank top you have on here. Very fancy.
I'm going to do something that a lot of the people out there watching and criticizing never learned to do. I'm going to show up and actually support my kid. And I'm going to be here to watch the longest reigning Imagine Live champion, James Ross, be victorious once again. And I'm going to put the spotlight on my son right now. Tell him how it is.
That's right. That's how it should be. And you were right. This past Saturday, I should say, in Dubois, we managed to pick up dual victories. It was fantastic.
You know what, son? Hold on. I got to do it. That's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
I'll get back around to that in a second, right? But first of all, do you notice anything at all ridiculous with the man standing before you?
Your belt looks
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes, exactly. This is the only belt I've got right now because Malachi Gage stole the Imagine Live championship from me last week. He stole it. He stole it. I'm still the champion, but
Didn't you steal it from him before?
I beat him in Rio de Janeiro. You saw the footage.
That was
You saw the
horrendous.
footage.
You should be embarrassed.
You should be embarrassed,
About
Kato.
what?
About
Look
he's a
at his belt.
naysayer.
Yeah,
he's a naysayer.
Just because we're neighbors doesn't mean you need to say nay all the time. All right. There's a whole other
Anyways.
syllable in there.
Anyways, this past Saturday, I beat the world beater Chris Coleman. My father beat the high-flying hippie, Jimmy the Hippie. Tonight, I'm going to beat the rocker Chris Sands. And on Saturday, in Sykesville, we can guarantee more victories for the Ross family.
See you later, Kato.
All right, we'll see you later. All right, at this time, Let's go ahead and. Yep, go ahead. You can go. You don't need to come. What are you doing, man?
What am I doing?
Your time's over now.
Time's not over, Kato.
Oh my God.
Everybody's favorite time.
No. Just,
Oh no.
let's.
No.
All right, come on.
Your favorite
Come on, Gregory. Come on, Gregory. Yeah, are you gonna introduce him?
Oh yeah, I'm going to introduce him the correct way because we know you can't.
All right.
Introducing a generational talent, a once in a lifetime athlete, the main character in everybody's story, the youngest Imagine Wrestling heavyweight champion. Not only the youngest, but the best. Introducing gorgeous Gregory.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jeez, Louise.
Yes. A generational talent.
Yeah.
A once in a lifetime athlete.
Yeah.
The main character. Kato! Coach, look at that. Yeah, touch that belt.
that,
You want to touch it,
baby.
Kato? When's the last time you've had gold around your waist, huh?
Long time.
It's been a long time.
time.
Kato, 1,000 people. 1,000 people, sweetheart.
That's a lot.
1,000. Can you believe
a
that,
lot.
Lance?
That
Can you
is a
believe
lot.
that? I can't even count that high. But they all paid. They all came to see me. They all showed up. They all came from over there, all the way over there, from the musicians. They all walked their chairs over. They all came and sat down to see the generational talent at work. And I defended this title 3 times. Three times. Against Chris Coleman, the world beater. The world beater. He's all big and strong. He's big and strong. Well, you know what? I'm big and strong too, sweetheart. I'm big and strong too. And I whooped him. And then, who else? Who else was it? It was
Who's number 2?
number 2. Number 2 was Malachi Gage. Malachi Gage. Not once, but twice. I put 2 beatdowns on him. I dumped him on his head right on a chair. Right on a steel chair. I dumped him right on his head. That's 3 beatdowns I delivered.
3.
But wait, you know what's funny?
What?
That's the watch, right? There's 3 of them, huh?
Yep.
There's 3 of them, I think, right? Hey, who's the other one? He tore his bicep.
I don't think you want to call out the alpha.
He tore his bicep a little bit ago. Yeah. He's all banged up. He's banged up and crippled now. Ouch, right? Wait, was it his right or was it his left? I can't remember.
I think you better get a look at the alpha. I don't think you want to call him out.
Oh, well, you know what? If Alpha wants that same smoke, if he wants that same beatdown, he can come see me.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and. Yes?
I'm not done yet, Kato.
Oh my God! It's enough with you already. All right, what do you got to
For
say?
me, there's never enough for the commissioner, Coach Lance Payne. As you've seen out in Du Bois, they came out to see the coach, but see, I was handling some business. So everybody in Du Bois got to know Gorgeous Gregory, the heavyweight champion. They all wanted to see Gorgeous Gregory. You know it. I know it. The imagination knows it. Du Bois, over 1,000 people proved that. You're right. You know that, right, Kato? That's 1,000 reasons why I should be commissioner forever.
Okay.
1,000 reasons why I'm the best commissioner around.
Okay.
Another 1,000 reasons why if you don't follow the coach, the highway is where you're going next. And I've been looking at some numbers, Kato,
Okay.
over the past 3 months while I was away on vacation, and viewership for Imagine Live on Wednesdays dropped.
I don't think that's accurate. Those
you know
look
it.
like made up numbers.
That's not a made-up number right there. I had brought in over 1,000 people this past weekend in Du Bois, and you can't bring in over, what's that number right there?
It's a made up number. We
Not a
had
made-up
more
number.
than 9 people
No,
watch last week.
We had only 9 people last week, Kato, and I can't allow that. So I'm going to tell you from here on out, these numbers need to pick up, or either next Wednesday or the next time these numbers drop like this, for 1 hour is going to be Coach's Hour of Glory. No more Imagine Wrestling from the dojo. It's going to be Coach's Hour of Glory. A whole hour of the coach teaching you and that stinking dirty hippie the 3 Ds: discipline, dedication, and determination. I'm going to prove to everybody, I'm going to show everybody that I deserve to be the best commissioner forever.
Isn't your neck better yet? Give me a break, pal. Let's go ahead and bring in at this time. Man, let's get a little excitement in this building. They are now the 3-time Imagine Tag Team Champions. When you talk about tag team wrestling, the conversation begins and ends with Jake Wiley, Braden Elliott, the Rad Boys. I got to ask, man. We all saw the video here a few minutes ago. How did it feel to be in that sea of people after just winning back the Imagine Tag Team titles?
Jake had something to say. Well,
Oh, my God.
I just want to say it was so exciting for both of us. We want to thank the millions in Du Bois for coming out to see, you know what I'm going to say, right? The Boys.
Logan Paul appreciates the plug.
Everybody, that was Jake the Stone Wiley. Yeah, like he said, all the people, they showed up to see Imagine Wrestling this weekend, but even more people showed up to see the Rad Boys win their 3rd Imagine Wrestling tag team titles. Jake.
Yeah.
That's right. Count it. 1, 2, 3-time champs, baby. That makes us the people who've held these titles the most.
The People's Tag Champs!
Yeah. You know what? We've been the longest reigning. Yeah. We've held the titles the most accumulative amount of days. We've had the most times won the titles. I mean, I'm so excited I can't even talk right now.
I know, me
you
either.
know
That's why I'm repeating what you say.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? At this point, we have no more records left to break. Yeah. We just set them. So, Du Bois, we thank you, but we're coming back this time to Sykesville, and we're going to defend the titles against anybody that wants to step up.
Step up.
Jake,
Yeah,
you know.
I know. Yeah. Do they know?
Sykesville's going to know this Saturday when the Rad Boys are in the house!
There you go, man.
House.
It was quite a weekend. We expect sort of the similar situation when we come to the Sykesville Ag and Youth Fair. Go ahead and check out, just Google the place. It'll take you right to the website. You can get your tickets early if you like. They're only $10. $10 to see all the action, plus James Ellsworth. Let's go ahead. And these two men, of course, will be in Sykesville this weekend. We're talking about the Alpha Rick Matthews. We're talking about Malachi Gage. We are talking about The Watch.
Woo! What's up, Kato?
How you feeling? I don't know if you heard some comments earlier. I don't know if you want to discuss that at all. But, guys, we're headed to Sykesville this weekend.
We're coming to Sykesville, and so is The Watch. So is The Watch. But I want to move backwards for a second. I want to touch on this past Saturday where I had not one but 2 opportunities to claim the championship that has evaded me in my entirety of my time at Imagine Wrestling. Match 1, Gorgeous Gregory, Malachi Gage. Gorgeous Gregory takes the easy way out. He puts his hands on the referee, he gets himself disqualified, and he slithers out the door with the Imagine Live Championship. But it doesn't end there. Show number 2. No disqualification. No excuse. I slip on a banana peel. Greg leaves with the Imagine Heavyweight Championship yet again. There's not an excuse for that. But bigger and better things. Bigger and better things. The Watch is here together tonight. And from here on out, we move our focus back to the tag team championships that we won 2 years ago, nearly to the day, and we have not looked back since.
That's true. That's true. It's been 2 years since we've held the tag team championships. And you know what? That's still our goal. We're still laser focused on that. But to answer your question from earlier, I did hear some comments coming from that gorgeous idiot. And if we gotta make a little pit stop, a little detour, if you will, so I can get some one-on-one time with gorgeous Gregory, I would love to. Yeah, his run so far has been impressive, I'll admit. You know, the last few people from the watch he beat, Chris Coleman, just a mountain of a man. Strongest guy I know. Malachi Gage, one of the most athletic talents to step in the squared circle. But you know what? The thing about the Alpha, Gregory, I'm a healthy mix of both. So if you want to test your mettle against the Alpha, you know where to find me, baby. Let's see if you're Alpha strong.
All right, there you go. That would be an interesting match. There's no two ways about it. Let's go ahead and bring in our next guest here. We got 2 guests to go. Where did he go? Where'd that rocker at? Rocker Chris Sands? Come on out here. Getting all fired up. You ready for your big match here tonight?
The one thing that I was just back there thinking and getting my mind in the right spot was I am very disappointed in last week. I called my own hometown something that it's not called, and I won't ever say that again. Another thing that I'm very disappointed in, I didn't get the title last week. Luckily, management, Coach Lance Payne, says that I can have another shot. And there's 2 things that the Rocker isn't going to do. 1 is disappoint the ladies, and 2, I'm not going to disappoint the imagination again. And I'm going to get the title tonight. James Ross, get ready to bang your head.
There you go. That's our feature bout for this evening. It'll be the Rocker Chris Sands against the current Imagine Alive champion. Put your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear, who do you think is going to be the Imagine Live champion after tonight? Our final guest, let's go ahead and bring him in right now. Big, exciting weekend, man. I'll tell you what, they loved them, some Jimmy the Hippie in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. How you feeling right now, and what's in the future for the high-flying hippie?
I feel amazing, and Jimmy the Hippie loves himself some fans in Du Bois. They were so loud, it was a high, and I don't want to come back down from that cloud. So I'm just going to go ahead and ride it all the way into the Rampage Rumble. You see,
Rail City Rumble.
Rail City Rumble? Sorry, right. sorry.
Your eyes are looking like a little glazed, so...
When you stick your ear to the rail and you hear it rumble, look who's in the driver's seat. It's going to be the guru of woohoo saying choo-choo as I drive that train to my 2nd title reign. Peace.
There you are. Laser focused is the hippie as he gets ready for the Rail City Rumble in just 10 days. So let's go ahead. I'll tell you what, this has quickly become my favorite part of the show. We're talking about the fan of the week here. So let's go ahead and get ready to go ahead and...
No, sweetheart.
I want to get to the fan of the week.
No, I don't care. I don't care what you want to do. This is my time. Alpha had a lot of words to say about me, sweetheart. So I'm going to call him out. Where you at, sweetheart? Where you at, baby? Where's he at?
All right.
Where's the Alpha at?
We do not need to escalate this.
He wants this beat down, so why don't I just give it to him?
All right.
He
Alpha.
wants the beat down. Oh,
I see it coming.
There he is. There you go. What's going on, sweetheart? You want to call me an idiot? You want to call me an idiot? You're the idiot. You're the bum that's never done anything in this business. I'm a year in, and I'm the heavyweight champion. And you want to talk smack on me. You want to be a bum and point fingers. I'm the best thing that's happened to this company. Ask him, ask all of them. They all know it. He knows it. Everybody in this building knows it, that you're a bum. You're the one that got hurt and took a year off. You're the one. You're the one that failed them. You're the one that failed them and him. So what are you going to do about it? Do something. Do something about it. Do something. That's what I want you to do.
Walk away.
That's what I want you to do.
Just walk away. Come on, dude.
Do something. Do something.
All right. All right, you points. You
baby!
All right, you proved your point.
Oh my God! That's alpha power, Greg! Let's see what you got! July 1st, me and you, one-on-one! For this! Punk!
Tell you what, that is a fired up alpha. Challenging for that heavyweight title on August 1st, or July 1st. Sorry, I was not expecting that. Good grief. Let's, well, I was headed to it anyway. Let's go ahead and get ready till we get things sorted out. We get somebody looking at Gorgeous Gregor here. Let's find out who our new fan of the week is. Zayden, thank you for being awesome. We appreciate you. You're our new fan of the week for this week. Like I said, we have a lot of submissions that's come in, and we're going to get to everybody. That I promise you. If you haven't seen your name yet, don't give up. If you'd like to be considered for the fan of the week, we want to hear from you. All we need from you to do is send us a message, and then from there we will send us a message, nominate who you like, nominate yourself, which has been fine too, and then just send us, I don't know, 5 or 6 pictures of yourself with some current imagined superstars, wrestlers, whatever you like to call us, and you will get your turn. It may not be this week, but it may be next week or the week after. We're going to get to everybody. I have about 4 people on my board that I still want to get to, so 4 or 5 right now. So we're going to get to all of you, I promise. But it's almost time for our match. Before we get to that, we want to make sure and talk about our sponsor for Sykesville and for the Rail City Rumble. That is, of course, Renewal by Anderson and our friend Jordan Treese, who is our DC Bentley. If you're looking for high-quality windows and or patio door home option investments within your budget, contact Jordan Treese of Renewal by Anderson at 814-330-9870. You can visit our showroom. Like I say time and time again, he's a good man, and he will do the best he can for you. But I'll tell you, the best we can do for you is give you an Imagine Live title match live right now. So let's go ahead and head to the ring. First, he is the challenger. He is from Paradise City, just outside of Houtsdale. He is the Rocker, Chris Sands.
That's my buddy making a sweater look a little better tonight.
Well, I think he has it over his shoulder there. Let's go ahead. His opponent first, he's accompanied by the coach, Lance Payne, and his father, the good neighbor, John Ross. He is the current reigning and defending Imagine Live champion. He is the great neighbor, James Ross. There you go. Look at the graphics now.
Oh, yeah.
We're really moving on up like the Jeffersons here, pal.
The great neighbor, James Ross, definitely holding a belt.
Of course, right now, in the actual Imagine Life title is in the possession of Malachi Gage. I'm curious to see if we can somehow wrangle that title back by the end of this show tonight.
Chris Sands looking good and trimmed down here. He might have to put an extra hole in that belt for it to fit him.
He is in the best shape we've seen him in a while. I talked to him last week. He has put on 12 pounds in the last 2 months of obviously no fat, man, nothing but muscle. And, I've talked to him about putting on another 12 or 15, and he is working hard to get that done. He is clearly in better shape than what we've seen him in some time.
Yeah, and he looks like he's having a great time as well. Chris Sands always partying, always finding a good time, no matter what, even when you're standing across the ring from the overachiever James Ross.
We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, of course. Between the two platforms in recent weeks, we've been having record numbers. So I don't know what exactly the coach, Lance Payne, is looking for this time of year. Right now, we have 56 people watching live. Over the next week, there'll be roughly 600 people watch this event, watch this show in the next 7 days. So I don't know what he's looking for exactly.
I don't know what he's looking for either. Better keep my name off his lips, or I'll drop him on that giraffe neck again. Chris Sands there holding on to the side headlock there. James Ross tries to shoot him off and gets nothing. Gets nada.
I'll tell you what, this is, we talk about how young these guys are. I think 20 and 21 right now. But already, the Rocker, he's been around here for 2.5 years. James Ross has been here for a full year, already been a tag team champion, now the Imagine Live champion. Rocker, of course, a multiple-time Imagine Live champion. And these guys are good and getting better all the time.
Yeah, Chris Sands is going to be the future of professional wrestling here in central Pennsylvania. I'm calling it now. Both these men's age, I don't think adds up to the age of one. John Williams, our referee for this evening, much like their combined weight, doesn't add up to his weight either. But nice forearm dragon twist there. James Ross takes a swing and misses.
Back underneath he goes. Nice double leg trip. Again, high IQ wrestling out of James Ross. This kid is wise beyond his years. And, as we often see, the kids are sort of reflections of their parents. And this is a guy that, he's not afraid to break the rules.
No, he's not afraid to bring the unique offense. Very tough to prepare for these Ross family. Chris Sands there with a wrestling counter, though. Very beautifully done. James Ross back in control of the side headlock.
Both guys sort of interesting tactic here. You often see guys go from a wrist lock to a headlock sort of advancer position, and James Ross paid the price with a good solid punch in the jaw. Looks like he might have been going for that cutter that John Ross, but counters through. Beautiful O'Connor roll. That was deep and close, and then the Rocker cuts him down with a seated style clothesline. Beautiful offense out of the Rocker tonight.
That was a deep O'Connor roll down the mantle of this planet, almost a 3 count.
Out of the way, and the point of that elbow hit real hard for the Rocker, Chris Sands, and that could be a game-changing moment here. And I think, yep. Come on, he's pulling on his hair, trying to choke him against the ropes.
That's a tactic we've seen the Ross family use before. I'm glad to see it not work this time.
Beautifully done on that shoulder tackle, up and over.
Chris Sands up and over onto his feet.
I think maybe something he learned from his buddy, the high-flying Jimmy on that one, huh?
Yeah, very agile. Chris Sands not known as the flippity-doo type, but there you see it. Right onto his feet. Very, very impressive.
Back into the corner, out of the way. Rocker has all kind of offense tonight. Whoa! Come on now! Give me a break. Give me a break, John Ross.
Drop kick to the front of that kneecap.
Here's the thing that's going to follow referee John Williams the rest of his career. He was once bought off in a match for a hamburger.
He was.
And I know from my talking to him, he's trying to turn over a new leaf, be a better man, be a better referee. But the trust factor is always going to be difficult to navigate with him.
Especially for me, I've had a lot of issues with him, and I can tell just from looking at him that wasn't the last hamburger that he's had. So maybe the other ones were gained by questionable means as well. But James Ross really knows how to find that camera and mug for that wave, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And mocking my buddy Chris Sands. I hope he pays for that here in a couple minutes.
This direct attack to the knee, the back of the knee. Oh my God, I've never seen a chop block delivered quite like that before. Look at that leg.
That's how you end someone's career right there, a chop block to a kneeling opponent.
I think I'll tell you what, if James Ross can find the right combination of a submission hold here, this one could end very rapidly, very quickly. And my hope is that the referee keeps an eye on this knee here.
Chris Sands still got a lot of fight in him there, throwing some hands.
Not able to get up. And boy, oh boy, we talk about time and time again when we see James Ross and that high IQ wrestling, and there it was again. You know, oftentimes you see a guy do whatever he can to get out of it. James Ross had the forethought to continue his attack on that knee.
He did. And John Ross and Lance Payne couldn't be more proud of their boy here.
What's he going for? He's going for that sliced bread. Not able to get it, though.
No, tree of woe.
Oh, this is bad. This is a lot of pressure on that left knee, and now he's just hammering away. There's that viciousness that we don't always see out of James Ross. If this guy finds a level of viciousness, he may be unmanageable.
Yeah, a little bit of a mean streak we saw there. That's one of the first times we've seen that out of James Ross. Might be getting frustrated with this Rocker's resilience here, too. I mean, he's done a number on that knee, and this Rocker is not quitting.
I think just as a casual observer, I think the mistake that he's made is not trying to force a submission here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think another year of experience, James Ross is going to be locking on a figure 4, maybe a Texas cloverleaf, something that can do more damage to that knee.
Yeah, it's definitely a hole in his game there. Much like his father, he spends too much time running his mouth on a downed opponent. A huge mistake. You don't want to give that window of opportunity to Chris Sands, who could win in an instant like we almost saw earlier with that O'Connor
Especially
roll.
a guy like Chris Sands, who has an unlimited amount of heart and fight.
Absolutely.
Trying to fight back. Catches
hooks him.
Again, not able. Normally you see the Rocker sort of catches balance there, not able to do it as that knee is weakened. And here we go. Beautifully delivered. More torque on the knee and hamstring for that move. And you notice when he hooked the leg, he hooked the left leg.
He hooked the left
leg. So
leg.
that was smart strategy. I would really like to see him. We appreciate all 60 of you watching live between the two formats right now. This looks like one of our better shows in a while, so we appreciate all you. None of this happens without the imagination.
Absolutely. Much more damage on this leg there, and another good leg hook with a grapevine, and he can very well. There's your
talked about it.
There's your figure
We talked
4.
about it. Of course, I want to remind you all, we will be in Sykesville this Saturday night. That is for the Sykesville Ag and Youth Fair. You can Google that right now. And then, if you haven't got them already, you can get tickets for July 1st at the Rail City Rumble. You can get your tickets online at ImagineWrestling.com. There are a very, very limited number of VIP tickets still remaining. Don't wait long. Of course, they're going to all sell out as they always do.
I hope Chris Sands doesn't wait long here as he rolls over this figure 4, reversing the pressure. That's what I wanted to see. James Ross yelling out in pain. Watch out. The good neighbor's right in there.
Come on, now watch it. Watch what you're doing, John the ref. This is the trust factor that we don't always see. That, we talked about the trust factor here like we did earlier with John Williams. Looked like he could have just casually turned his head and caught John Ross trying to cheat there. And this is unfair. The Rocker is basically fighting a 3-on-1 match, and if you don't trust your referee, essentially this could be a 4-on-1 match.
Absolutely, and now neighbor John Ross and Lance Payne have separated on opposite sides of the ring here, really cutting Rocker off.
Beautifully done on that drive. Again with those big double thrust. You see him sort of cleaning those up. Those are more of a thrust now as opposed to an open hand chop, much more vicious.
Absolutely.
Not able to get all of it he wants, but still delivered a serious blow with that splash. Short run, but a sudden drop for James Ross on that Bulldog.
Chris Sands trying to find the right beat here, the right tune. He's got to get his man rolled over here. Oh, inside cradle.
Oh, no. Able to kick out, though. Boy, that was close.
Near fall. You talk about that wrestling IQ. Beautiful inside cradle. Oh, Rocker puts a stop on it. Oh, look at this. A classic Rocker drop.
Wow! That's got to be it.
Cover.
New champion.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Champion. The Rocker Chris Sands. Beautifully done. Good God. And now we have a new champion, but we have no title. No title to be seen.
Not overcoming the odds. Chris Sands, beautiful rocker dropper, right flat center in the ring.
Don't give him that belt. That's not the title belt.
They're tug of
That's
war.
not the
That
belt. Don't hand him
stupid
that, you
belt.
moron. Uh-oh, here comes Malachi Gage. Out from the back, belt in hand. What's he going to do?
That's the real Imagine Live title right there.
Let's see. Malachi Gage has been a good man as of late. Let's see if he hands it over to the new Imagine Live champion, the rocker Chris Sands. Has his hammer in his hand. You know, a fan favorite, no doubt, Malachi Gage. Hammer in hand, belt in hand. He's also maniacal. You don't know what you're going to get out of Is he going to hand it over? John Ross, get down.
It's not your belt. It's not your belt. It's not yours. It's not yours.
Come on! James Ross back in. Now both guys are sort of out.
He nabbed
and
that
he
belt.
stole the belt.
He stole the belt.
James Ross stole the belt.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Dude.
What? No. I was right beside you. Don't give me.
All right. Let's come on, get some help out here. Let's go ahead and get out of that. All right.
Much like the two faces on his hammer, you never know what mood
Let's
Malachi
get some
Gage is gonna be
separation
in.
there. Let's get some separation. We've seen all we need to see out of that. Hey, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Boy, great viewing numbers tonight. We really appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight.
Real quick. Last week on the program, I mentioned Mr. Perfect smashing the Winged Eagle belt with a hammer, and you said it didn't happen, and it in fact did happen, my friend.
You sent me a video, and it did in fact happen. It's one of those memories that has been completely obliterated out of my 15 documented. So I was wrong. You were right. I apologize.
First time for everything. This guy was wrong. I fully accept your apology, and I just want to give one quick shout out to Fan of the Week, Zayden, before you continue here.
Absolutely, Zayden.
Thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you. Yep, you got it, man. And that's what we do, man. Sometimes we make a mistake, and we own up to it. It's easy. It's sometimes hard to let go of your own pride, but sometimes you find that if you make a mistake, you're going to feel better about yourself when you just say, you know what, I screwed up. And you move forward. And however it takes to make ourselves feel better is the best way forward. I do understand that this life can be difficult and situations can be tough. That includes financial situations, housing situations, relationship situations, family situations. All these things can be extremely difficult. But as difficult as it can be to see the next day, there always is and can be a next day. You just have to stay strong. Stay with us. Stay part of the imagination, and more importantly, part of the Imagine family. We love you. We need you here with us. Stay strong. We'll see you in 3 days in Sykesville.